The NHL is beginning a league-wide shutdown today due to a rise in positive COVID-19 test results amongst players. Yahoo Finance Josh Schafer has more on this. Josh, wow. And how long will this continue?
Yeah, so the pause is going to go through December 25th, Christmas, and then they'll be able to return December 26th, barring a negative test for players, which the NHL has struggled with recently. The NHL had over 15% of players before this pause were in COVID-19 protocol, and they've had 50 games postponed thus far. So they're the first league that we've seen in the winter here that's gone on a kind of extended pause. We'll have to see how that shakes out. But what's really this is going to impact is the Winter Olympics. So the NHL kind of needs a place to play these games now. They were going to take a 2-week pause later in the season for players to go over and play in Beijing. They're kind of rolling back on that now. There's COVID concerns, players going there, getting stuck in China, maybe gone for 3 weeks, and then it turns into 5. There's also concerns of just they need a time to play 50 games now. They need to make up 50 games. So they're going to try and make these up in the 2 weeks in February, potentially. But it's unclear how that's going to shake out because a lot of the stadiums aren't owned by the teams. And so these stadiums have planned concerts and other events for that February time period. So it's not really clear if they're going to be able to play the games then. And then there's the other question for the NHL, which is an international league with 7 teams in Canada. How can they handle this better? They've had players in the past couple of weeks get stuck over in Canada for a week at a time, isolated in a hotel. Can they figure out the border thing come December 26th? Is pretty unclear, and I'm not really sure how they're going to do that. Last year, they went to the solution of having only Canadian teams play Canadian teams and the U.S. teams play U.S. teams. Maybe we'll see some sort of move like that mid-season, which could be chaotic.
Wow. So all of this is very, very complicated, and those complications make it perhaps even more notable and maybe puzzling, I don't know, that the NBA says there's not going to be any kind of pause to the season. Apparently, that's what Commissioner Adam Silver is saying.
Yeah, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver last night came out and said that there are no plans to pause. And he pretty much said, or he did say, we're going to have to learn to live with the virus. So the NBA and the NFL are taking a different stance than the NHL. They don't want to do as frequent of testing. The NFL is now not even testing asymptomatic players, they're not going to test asymptomatic players and they're going to let them play. And the NBA is kind of going potentially with that route. They haven't gotten there with testing yet, but they're just playing with teams that don't have enough players that could potentially be infected that haven't tested yet. The plan is to just push through for the NBA and NFL. And as we've seen with 50 NHL games postponed, the NBA and NFL ignoring the virus, while some might say it's not the right decision, is at least keeping their business going for now. And it'll be interesting to see how other businesses sort of take what the NBA and NFL are doing, pretty publicly facing businesses, letting asymptomatic people participate in activities. Is that something we're going to see continue as a trend in business? Will be interesting to watch.
Well, you will be here to break it all down for us. Yahoo Finance's Josh Schafer. Good to see you.